I remember I was chasing waterfalls in Wales a few years ago, and I'd walked about an hour and a half, 2 hours away from the car park we was parked, like across like hills and through valleys and wooded areas, and trying to find these waterfalls. And we got to this point where we could hear a waterfall, but we couldn't see it. And we were searching around for it, and out of nowhere there was like this entrance to a cave, and it kind of looked like the path went that way, but then there was also like a bit of a path another way, but it didn't really seem to go anywhere. And we looked into this cave, and there wasn't any light coming from the other side of this cave, but we just felt like this was the right way to go. So we start walking through this cave, and it gets darker and darker. It's dead straight, this cave, with like a little bit of turn. We didn't realize there was a bit of a turn. It just looked dead straight. And then we kept going. It was dark and dark and dark and dark and darker. But we kept going, and we kind of was feeling the side of this cave, and we felt it kind of turn and move a little bit like round to the right. And as we turned around the corner, off in the distance, I don't know how far it was. It seemed about 200 yards. Could have been less, could have been more. It's about 200 yards. There was a tiny little speck of light, like a tiny weeny little dot of light, right down the far end. So what did we do? We stopped where we were. We got our journals out, and we started journaling and meditating on why we were in this cave in the first place. I got my phone out, I went onto Google, and I started researching why I was in a dark cave, why I was in a dark place, what could have happened to lead me here. I started searching out for gurus and coaches and mentors in that moment about why I was in that dark cave, and I started like wondering why I was in this dark cave and why I was in this point, and why I was in this dark cave. Obviously, I didn't do that. I didn't do any of that. I was in the dark cave, I saw the light, and we kept walking to the light. And we just kept going, and we kept going, and we kept going, and eventually we got out of the cave, we got out of the darkness, and we were out the other side. And then we around another corner, the sound of the waterfall got louder, and we were around the corner, and this stunning waterfall just out of nowhere, like 100-foot waterfall through the trees and the valleys and the rocks, and it was just amazing. It was just incredible. You may have already got, I just got a notification on my computer. Let me just remove that quickly. You may have already got the message. You may have already got the point of this video. And what I want to share with you is this. If you're in a dark place, maybe sometimes stopping and doing the journaling and doing the inner work isn't the best thing to do in that moment. Sometimes the best thing to do is to just keep moving forwards, is to take some kind of action to keep moving forwards towards the end goal. See, for us, the end goal when we were in that tunnel wasn't the light at the end of the tunnel. It wasn't that. It was the waterfall after the light at the end of the tunnel. So what is it that you want? And if you're in a dark place and you haven't got it, are you actually, I don't know if you are you actually, it's just something for you to question, are you actually procrastinating and wasting time working out why you're in the dark place to start with? Maybe, I don't know, you're financially struggling, right? And you're trying to work out why you're financially struggling and doing the inner work on you and your beliefs and all that stuff. Maybe you just need to like look at, right, okay, more money. That's the goal right now, is the money. What can I do right now to get me towards that money? Where am I guided? Where's my light to get me some more money? Could I offer some of my expertise somewhere to somebody in return for value? So my value for their value, which is my expertise for their money. Could I just offer something out in return for money so I can get out of this financial stuckness at the moment? And then I can go, right, why did I end up in that dark place to start with? What were my beliefs about money? Maybe you're single and you're just unlucky in love right now, and instead of maybe looking at why you're looking, it's always good to do the inner work. It's always good to do the self-reflection. It's always good to do the inner work. But sometimes it's good to just move forwards, move past it, focus on what it is that you actually do want, move towards that, and just keep taking action towards that. And then maybe looking back and going, right, now I'm out of that dark place. I'm in a much better place. It's better for me to look back and go, right, why did I end up there in the first place? Could be health. Instead of going, oh, right, why am I here? What do I have to believe? And what have I eaten? And doing the inner work and trying to work on you and what's wrong with you and what you might have thought to get you in this place. Maybe you just go, well, actually, no, I want to get into great shape. I want incredible health with my body. You look at that, you take the next steps, you keep moving towards it. And when you're out of the bad health and the ill health and the focusing on the injury or the disease or illness or just overweightness or weakness or underweightness, maybe you just focus on what it is that you actually want, keep moving towards that, and then maybe looking back, because you might not even need to look back and go, right, why did I do that in the first place? Because the answer usually is in the action. It's usually in the action. Yes, there's a time and a place for inner work. I do a lot of inner work with most of my clients. There is a time and a place for it. But a lot of problems can actually be solved with just taking action, just moving towards that light. Not even the light at the end of the tunnel, but the waterfall after the light at the end of the tunnel. Sometimes it's just better to just take action and to just move towards the thing that it is that you actually want. Instead of moving away from what you don't want or shining the light on what you don't want and doing the work on what you don't want, maybe you just need to move forwards to what it is that you actually do want. 9 times out of 10, that's actually the answer, just to move forwards. Because so much goes on subconsciously for you when you're actually taking action towards what it is that you want. You're sending so many messages to your subconscious and you're shifting so many beliefs by actually just doing the work anyway. You're actually reprogramming it by doing the work rather than working on subconscious and beliefs. By actually doing it, you're actually rewriting a lot of the subconscious and the beliefs anyway. Yes, there's a time and a place for subconscious work, inner child work, belief work, healing work. There is a time and a place for that. But a lot of the time that can be healed, like I said, by just doing the work anyway that's in line with what it is that you actually want. I didn't have to journal when I was in that cave on why I hadn't manifested a waterfall in that moment. Why I'd manifested darkness when what I wanted was light. Why I manifested being enclosed when I wanted open. I didn't have to look at that. I didn't have to do the work on it. I just had to keep moving forwards to what it is I actually wanted. Now I can look back and go, right, did I need to go through that cave? Or was there a better route to that waterfall? Was there a nearer car park to that waterfall? Was there a path around the dark cave? Now I can look back. Now it's better for me to look back now than being in the cave and going, oh, because you miss the waterfall. When you're in the cave doing the work, I'd have missed the waterfall. If I'd have stayed there constantly until I found out why I was in there, I might have missed something out there. So where is it that you're not just doing the work, that you think you need to do other work on? You think you need to do the inner work, and you're looking at YouTube videos and whatever you're doing, rather than just doing the work? Where are you just not sending that message to the person that you want to send the message to? Where are you not buying the food that you know you should be buying? Where are you not just exercising when you know you should be exercising? Where are you not just starting a business? Or where are you not offering your services to anybody that you should be offering them to? Where are you not having that conversation with a partner? Where are you not having a conversation with your kids? Where are you not having that conversation with your parents? Where are you not just doing the work and moving forwards towards the end goal, rather than saying, oh, I'm doing the work by doing all the inner work? Time and a place for it, yes, but know that there is also massive power in just doing the work. I'm starting to sound like a broken record, so I will leave it there. I think you've got the message today. If you want to support the channel, you can do by sending a donation to paypal.me/Coach Matt Smith. All donations are gratefully received because it allows me to do what I love to do while putting food on the table for my kids and myself. If you want to follow me on the socials or join me on the socials, then you're more than welcome to. There's links somewhere around this. Thank you very, very much for watching. Go and do the work. Go and take the next step. Go and chase your waterfall. Keep moving forwards. You got this. I'll speak to you soon.